It is the unmistakable sound of fear coming from one of the world's largest predators. A young killer whale effectively screaming just hours after being captured from the wild. So traumatized and disoriented, the animal can't even swim after its journey from the ocean to this small pool. This rare, never-seen-before video of killer whales captured near Iceland in the 1980s is being shared for the first time with CNN by Jeff Foster, a man who masterminded the capture of many killer whales.
How many years were you actually capturing killer whales?
For me, I was from 1972 to 1990.
That's a long career.
Yeah.
And how many of the killer whales do you think you captured during that time?
A couple dozen probably total.
A couple dozen, with all of them going to marine parks like SeaWorld.
Are killer whales a big business?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Killer whales is the most expensive animal in the world outside of a racehorse. So, they're worth millions of dollars, and of course, the amount of people that like to see these animals in captivity, there's a huge demand for that.
Foster started his career as a teenager here in Seattle, which was the birthplace of the captive killer whale industry. In 1976, a ban on capturing orcas in Washington state, along with the growing public outcry in the U.S. against the practice, forced Foster and his colleagues to move their operations to Iceland. There, they snatched young whales from the frigid waters of the Atlantic Ocean and domesticated and trained them for eventual sale to marine parks in the U.S., France, and Japan. Over time, Foster says he got more and more uncomfortable with ripping wild killer whales from their families in the sea.
It's a cry almost like a baby's cry, and it tugged at your heart.
Over the last 20 years, Foster has gone from being a hunter to a rescuer of marine mammals.
Hi, Thomas.
We first met Foster 2 years ago in Turkey when he led a Back to the Wild project that rehabilitated 2 abused dolphins and released them into the Aegean Sea. He has worked on similar rescue projects with the killer whale Springer that was found lost and disoriented in the Puget Sound, and with Keiko, star of the film Free Willy, who survived for a short time in the wild after spending decades in captivity. But 2 years ago, Foster got a very tempting offer to return to the hunt. He says he was offered $7 million to capture killer whales off of the Pacific coast of Russia.